And I am back, finally back from doing my YouTube videos again. I know it's been for like the past 2 weeks since when I posted that video from Sakura-Con like 2 weeks ago. So I'm here to do a movie review, and I can't tell you everything what I've done when I was gone because everything is personal and private at the same time. But aside from that, now I'm here to do the Guardians of the Galaxy movie review. After when I got out from the movie, I was given to by a stranger, which is weird. He or she gave me this the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 poster, and I never asked him for this. I told him, oh man, I wanted this, and I was like, no, and I told him like, are you sure? And he said, yeah. And I said, okay then, thanks. And I said, I told him I never begged you for this. I just said, I really wish I would have wanted, but I sometimes don't care. But I was glad and happy to given to by a stranger when he got out of the movie for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. So if you're watching this, man, or you, thank you for giving me this. I really appreciate this. I want to give a shout out to you. I'm not going to mention your name because it's personal, and it's pretty damn cool. You get Star-Lord, Drax, Mantis, who is actually a comic book character, Yondu with the fin, pretty comic accurate. There's a Rocket Raccoon, who was once British in the 80s and 90s. Here's Baby Groot down the bottom, right here. There's a Gamora, and there's a Nebula. So this is a really damn good poster, and I really like it. And I might watch another movie again some other time. So I want to move on to the reviews. So, what did I think about this movie? I think this is goddamn incredible. Just cause there's things that I really love, and there's things that is just a little too much. Not as bad, but just a little over OP, meaning overpowered. OTB, over the top. Just so you wanna. Before I say something, I'm wearing this Star-Lord shirt just like in the movie, but a little bit different. So I didn't wear the jacket, so I just like the shirt. So yeah, this is a Star-Lord shirt that he wears. Like it says like a yeah baby. So whatever. Okay, so. Okay, let me go back again. The movie is pretty much incredible. There are a lot of things that I love the most. There's things that are a little overpowering too much. I'll tell you that in the end. So one of the strongest part about the movie are the characters. There's one character that has the least development. I love the colors are very nice. I love the special effects. I love the practical things where Yondu had the fin on his head, which is pretty comic accurate because in the comics he's more of a savage, and plus he was actually in the original comics he was actually once a founder of the original Guardians of the Galaxy way back, and Groot. And Groot is actually pretty cute, but doesn't show as much. There's a lot of things I love, and there's a lot of things that are pretty damn awesome. So, I mean, I love Guardians of the Galaxy. I love the first one more because it has more strong feel to it. It has a very makes you wanna cringe yourself. My other favorite part about the let me think. I need a. Just so you know, I love the characters that are getting strong. I love what James Gunn does, the color, and he really did promise the fans for some fun. Everybody loves Drax, but now don't get me wrong, this is a little bit spoilish, but not really. But the least thing about Drax is actually, he does have a little bit of character development, but it's just, I feel like that was just way too much. I mean, I do like the joke but I want to see more, angrier version of Drax. I hope James Gunn will fix that in Infinity War and the Russo brothers too. So yeah, I mean Drax is a cool character, but he's not really my least favorite character. But I don't hate him just because of the jokes, but I don't hate him as a person or a character. The only thing that bothers me a little bit is actually his character development was overpowering. His jokes, I want to see him more angry, more savage, like in the first movie. Both savage and happy, just like both savage and happy in the movie. Gamora, I think her characters actually getting a lot developed a little more. I like that. I like the relation with Star-Lord. I mean, Star-Lord's a bit of an asshole, but he's actually a pretty decent character enough. I don't hate Star-Lord. He's actually my least favorite character. Not as a bad thing. But I do like his jokes from the past. There's some Easter eggs, which I'll get into that in the spoiler end. So, Nebula, I think her character is actually getting a lot greater and better. I love her. and it's not just like she's always like this angry demonic bitch who tries to kill her sister so she can win. She's just sometimes she wants to be supported. She wants to be supported by her own sister. And instead all she think about is like Gamora always win, 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 win every time. That's what she always think about. So and and Mantis, I like the new character. I mean, James Gunn says she's a big character, but I hope in the next movie, I hope she appears in in Guardians 3, or maybe in I don't know, in Infinity War, because I believe she needs to be in Infinity War, because she needs to know how to defeat Thanos. So yeah, I guess that's kind of the thing. But also, Rocket, I like his character. He's a bit of an assholic version, even more, but he's still lighthearted in the inside. On the outside, he's more of a he's more of a angrier prick, you know. And Groot, I mean, he's not. He was seen. I love the part that he danced, but he didn't really steal the show as much. So Groot is pretty cool. He's really cute and unique. I'm pretty sure in the next Infinity War movie, I hope he's gonna grow larger, because you know, you need to fight something big before it happens. So let me see. Oh shit. Okay. And one of my favorite, and my last, save the best for last, my favorite part from the movie, Yondu steals the whole show. I am happy with Michael Rooker. You might have seen him from Walking Dead or from Slither. James Gunn made that movie. I love what James Gunn does, and I love what Michael Rooker does, played as Yondu. He had the fin, which is pretty comic accurate, like I said before. I love his character so much. I love his story. He explains so much. Like a little spoiler, she's actually been a Kree. He felt lonely, greedy, and a little bit, and stupid. And he was actually been called by the Ravagers, because of called by the Ravagers because they wanted to teach him something really unique and more powerful. So yeah, and another thing, and that's why I love Yondu's character so much. Overall, the whole setting is good. I love the CGIs are great. The CGI isn't as bad as you think. I think I forgot one character who's actually really big in the movie, and Ego the Living Planet. You're not familiar with Ego the Living Planet? He's actually like this. You might have seen him in the comics before, like this big ass figurehead. He's actually in the comics. He's really not much of a villain. I don't think so. I don't remember. He's actually never a villain. He's more like an anti-hero type, because he hates Galactus. I'm pretty sure. I mean, Kurt Russell did an amazing job playing as, who does an impressive job know how to play as the father. I love his character when he played as the father of Star-Lord. It's so much better in the comics because it's more like a Jason, and there's more like a Jason Peter Quill. They should have called him Peter Quill in the comics, but you could never call it. In the comics, they call him Jason, who's more human, but not really much of a name. But Ego the Living Planet is more like he growed his own penis. More like his grown penis, just so, which you might have seen him in the movie, you know. So it was pretty funny. But it was pretty. Yeah, you might want to look up Emergency Awesome, because he does a little bit of spoiler over there. So I love everything in the movie. The characters are getting much better in the second movie. So I might give you a rating until the end of the video. That's all I'm gonna have to say for the characters. I believe they're very good. I love everything is so goddamn fleshed out like the comics. Sorry, it's just something weird in my just you know, just like in the comics, it was really good. In the movie is going very strong. So I want to go on to spoilers for a little bit. I might want to add a little more before I do the spoilers. Okay, so I guess Sylvester Stallone, he played as a Ravager, but I kind of forgot his name, like Craig. I'm pretty sure I might look up Sylvester Stallone. I think his screen time was short-lived. I believe his screen time was short-lived, which is a little bit bothersome, which is a little bit weirder, but I really wish he could get a little bit more screen time, but in the end of the movie, he does get a little teensy bit of screen time, but I might see him in Guardians 3. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to think something. You know, I think I really wish I want to see more screen time on him, and I'm pretty sure I really, really wish I want to see more screen time for other obscure characters. And I've heard, like, you're familiar with the name Michael Rosenbaum, who's trying to play as a mystery character. I think, he's playing a mystery character, which I'll tell you in the spoilers. I don't know what his character is, whether it's something really important based off on Infinity War. Ooh, Infinity War. And Infinity War is a really important movie, though, so, I'll move on to that one. I don't know what his character is. I believe it's somebody who had the Infinity Gauntlet, who's actually very, very gold, had the blonde hair, who's actually once comrade of Aisha. So, yeah, Aisha, yeah, the people who are easily offended. So, moving on to spoilers, and I'll give you 5 seconds. Now, if you don't want to see the spoilers, get the hell out of here. So, I'm going to give you 5 seconds when you get out of the spoiler section. 5, 4, fucking 3, fucking 2, fucking 1, and alright. So on the spoilers. So there's a lot of things that really kind of clicks my head. The only thing, the whole movie is pretty good. It's really good. Was it better than the Guardians of the Galaxy #1? I don't know. It's really hard for me to think because there's a lot of good things about Volume 2. There's a lot of great things about Volume 1. I can't choose which one. Let me know in the comments below, and I might try to put the card in the poll to see which one's the best movie, though. So I don't know though. I'm trying to think. I can't think shit as much, but okay. So what did I think about the movie? Let's go on the first section. You already seen the trailer, like, where all the Guardians team trying to defeat the monster. So I'm not gonna tell you about that. But my favorite part about the funny part about the scene is actually where Baby Groot dancing, like you see in the movie, he danced really funny though. He's really, everybody laughs. The joke, just so you know, I don't really laugh as much in the movie because I've seen the early copy of the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I had to watch it again to see how it looks, because in the copied version there are scenes that are a bit missing. And Drax's character is still funny though, but I mean, he's actually the least character development, but that doesn't mean it's a bad thing. I just really, like I said, I just really wish he could have been a little angry, but in the movie he still does. He was like, "Die, spaceship, die!" You might have seen him in the trailer. And the funny part is actually when they landed in the planet, he was like, "Oh," and I love the part where he was like, "Yes!" And it was actually really, he's still funny though, at the same time. I still like his character, but he's actually the least character development. But I might be wrong. You guys can let me know in the comments. I love another favorite part about the scene is actually where Rocky was like, he kept bitching and arguing Peter Quill just because he thinks like he could do everything, and the reason why he's like that, because just so you know, when you see in the first few scenes, like, he stole batteries from the gold planet or whatever the hell that is. I'm not explaining it as like the gold planet though, where Aisha was there, and Rocket stole the batteries, and Drax, he was laughing. He was like, "Ha ha ha ha," and just so you know, Rocket, he's a bit of a shitbag, but he actually does wink and the people who are easily offended, those gold people, which I'm not gonna shame on them for their skin color, the perfect beings, So I'm pretty sure, like, there's a lot of things, Rocket's making fun of it, and when they got in the ship, he was like, why are they fall? He was like, Star-Lord's like, why are they following us? And Drax says, like, because Rocket stole some batteries. He's like, dude, and Rocket was like, dude, I'm sorry, he didn't steal some batteries. I don't know why they're falling. And the arguing thing is actually, like, it was kind of funny at the same time, but, Rocket's really impressive character. Just so you know, in the comics, back in the 80s and the 90s and the 70s, he was actually once British. Yeah, you don't believe me? Go watch the Avengers Assemble animated series. Really good show, back in 2011. Okay, so moving on, and when they got on a ship, after when they got on a ship, and Gamora's arguing, and Peter Quill is like, and he kept arguing, and he told Gamora that's not his fault. It was actually Rocket's responsibility. Who should have never stolen the batteries in the first place. And and another thing is actually like, let me think. He called, and just so you know, he called him Star-Lord called him a stupid raccoon. Peter Quill, he called him a stupid raccoon. He was like, "Don't call me a raccoon!" And he was like, "I'm sorry." That's what. And Peter Quill says, "I'm sorry. I meant trash panda, trash panda." Uh, he was like, "Is that better?" No. He was like, Star was like, "It's worse. It's really worse." And he was like, "You little son of a..." And just so you know, after the fighting, there's a ship around. There's a blue spear ship, and when they get down, you might have seen in the trailer, in the second trailer, last trailer, where you could see like Kurt Russell, who's actually Ego, the Living Planet. He was like, and Star Wars like, "And who the hell are you?" "I'm your dad, Peter." And just so you know, I want to skip a little few things because I feel like this is just too much. I want to make this movie a little bit shorter. And another spoiler, I want to move on to something, one of my favorite parts from the movie. My favorite part is actually when Rocket got captured by the Ravagers trying to fix the ship. And same thing goes for Yondu. When I see the Ravagers hating on Yondu because he wouldn't pay them as much. So you know the Ravagers. The Ravagers. I'm pretty sure they're more of a stealer than a heart man. And Kraglin, he didn't do anything as much, but I like his character. You might understand what I mean. Just so you know, Kraglin, he did betray him a little, but you'll find out if he's still on his side. Just so you know, my favorite part after when Taserface punched him in the face. Taserface punched him many times. Rocket was like, "Taserface!" And I was like, and my favorite part, he kept joking on Taserface all the time. He was like, "You don't want to be really cool for badass name, Taserface!" And what is he gonna do? Scoot him half? And that's actually, I still love Rocket. He kept making jokes on other people that he didn't want to fuck with in the first place. And Taserface still the shitbag, but but I'm not a big fan of his character, really, because I only seen him in a few moments. And after when they get into jail, after when they're in jail, when Nebula made a deal with Taserface, she needs a ship and she needs a new arm, a robotic arm to move, to do something better again. And Kraglin says like, "You need a new hand?" "No, I like this one better." It's like, okay, that's what Kraglin says. So yeah, and Kraglin didn't really do much. He kept making a bit of a joke, like about the girly thing, the cooties or whatever that shit is, whatever. And after that, when she got the ship, she decided to kind of kill her sister, but she wants to mock her all the time because all she thinks about that Gamora's winning. So okay, so are there any more? After that, I'm not gonna tell you every scene because I don't want to make the video longer. So there's another thing after that. My favorite part about the movie is where Rocket and Yondu had a very, very interesting relationship. They're both assholes. They both like making jokes to bother people mostly, and they're fun. They're fun to relate because I like Yondu steals the whole goddamn show. I love his character. Michael Rooker, you are the fucking man, I will watch your movie some other time, but only in Guardians of the Galaxy. But but overall, I love his character. I love his backstory. I love what James Gunn giving obscure characters some backstories because they deserve a little spotlight. Because sometimes he's a fan of other characters. So just so you know, I love that story. If you don't believe me, watch the whole movie. You're never gonna be disappointed. So, oh my god, what am I gonna think? Fuck. Sorry about that. Just so you know, after that, just so you know, I want to skip a little things. I want to skip a little things over and over a little bit, not too much. Just so you know, there's Baby Groot who's trying to tell. There's Baby Groot who's getting abused and being beat the shit out of by the Ravagers. Some piece of shit like, yeah, let's kill this fucking tree, bitch. That's what he is, and he was like, yeah, kill this motherfucker. Yeah, bother this motherfucker. He's so skinny, tiny as shit. That's what they're trying to do to Baby Groot. And then, you know, Baby Groot cried a little, and he was like, and Yondu and Rocket was like, hey, man, can you do me a favor? I want you to go get me a proto fin that can help me to shoot the arrow better. And he was like, and Groot went after that. He's trying to find some random things like his Yondu's underwear, some the animal, some shit or whatever, and he stole the robotic guy's eye, and he was like, Rocket's like, wait, put it here. This should be the best thing. We should. Hey, if he wakes up, he's gonna ain't gonna no difference. Can I have it? And he was like, Yondu, just no. And Yondu's character made me smile so much that it never disappoints me at some shit level. So, just so you know, Yondu's character is like Eddie, and what Groot does, he stole a thing. I want to move on to something, and he was like, and Groot stole a toenail or a cut off toe or fingernail, which is actually a bit loud. But he's like, let's never talk about this again. And what Yondu does, he gave him the symbol of the Ravager to tell him, like, if you don't know where it is, this is an example of what I show you. He was like, what? No! That's what Yondu said. It's like, are we really having this conversation? Rocket was translating for what Groot's saying, so he's like, and Groot, once he's there, he got on the bed, and there's Taserface sleeping and jerking off, and he uses twigs to grab the fin, and he was like, Kraglin was like, hey, you need to get the fin. And after what Kraglin does, he's like, I'm sorry I betrayed you. I had to find a way, a better plan. And he was like, and it just shows you, like, you know, one of the unique parts about some of the Ravagers, like Kraglin and Yondu, are so charismatic. They're really charismatic, you know. You could see what they do and what their standards and their expectations they do. They're pretty goddamn interesting to look at. Just so you know, the guy who played as Kraglin is actually Sean Gunn, a brother of James Gunn. So yeah, and after that, what Rocket says, like, hey, you got any music? You got any Peter's music that's on the ship? He was like, what are you gonna do? And it's just so you know, he's gonna make a plan to get the hell out of there. So he's trying to give them enough time to build the fin for Yondu. And Rocket's a genius. He could build things like a bomb or whatever the hell it is. So yeah. So yeah, I do think there's some pretty unique and some interesting moments I like from the movie. So yeah, and after that when they got out of the prison, moving on to the part what I said. Okay. So you know, after when Kraglin turned on the music to create a distraction, I remember, like, it's a distraction where they could get the hell out of there. After when Rocket put the fin, Yondu whistles to kill off all the Ravagers as much as possible, whenever the fuck he can, just to get the hell out of the ship. I didn't say shit, ship. S-I-S-H-I-P. Sorry about that. I'm terrible shit at spelling. So, so then, when they get out of the ship, Rocket stole the Ravager's guns to shoot the hell out of there. Just like and I love the relationship between Yandu and Yandu and Yandu and Rocket because they both had a very common enemy and a common sense, and their standards. They're pretty interesting. They're a really unique pair, like two best buddies other than Rocket and Groot. Just so you know, when they're in the ship, after when they kill all the Ravagers, he decides. Actually, my favorite part is actually like where Rocket and Rocket and Yondu they're like enjoying shit and that's why I want to see more movies like this to have the same people at same standards who can enjoy even though it sounds a bit hypocritical but it's true. I sometimes find it pretty exciting, and amazing to see how well it's done. And after that, when Yondu tries to kill Taserface, he instead of killing him, he decided to blow shit up in the ship, and he was like, not the whole ship, and they got out, and they try to escape. Kraglin is there, Baby Groot, Rocket, and Yondu's there, and they try to get the hell out of there as soon as possible. And one Kraglin tries to message the Kismet people. She messaged her one of her Taserface messaged one of the troops and it was like, I'm giving you the coordinates to the Guardians of the Galaxy and the Ravager. Then the message came from Taserface and that lady, she was like and she was laughing and that's actually it's not just those guys but the other gold people were like people that were covered in gold. They kept the ladies laughing at her, and she's not the only one. And there's like other Ravagers and Rocket. Yeah, I love when Rocket making jokes out of people that he didn't give a fuck about. So yeah, and that's it. I'm gonna have to say. So after when they're in the ship, they decide to find they're trying to get Peter Quill get the hell out of there for him because he can't be stuck in his shithole for too long. So yeah, so he's trying to get the hell out of here as soon as possible so he can save Peter Quill from dangers and shit. So yeah. Secondly, and just so you know, in the end of the movie, I'm gonna skip a little things. I want to go in the end. And right now, I can't tell you the whole spoiler though, so this might be my last one, but okay. So my favorite part, when there's a battle. My favorite part in the end is the battle scene, and the battle scene is actually where Star-Lord got pissed off at his dad because there's a plot towards like Ego the Living Planet murdered his mother. Yeah, you hear that correctly. Ego the Living Planet murdered his wife. Sorry I said mother because my memory got cut off to shit. So yeah. So he and Star-Lord and Peter Quill got pissed off. He just kept shooting at him. And he was like, they trying to piss him, and it pissed him off really, really quick. And he was like, oh, and he was controlled. He tried to get out, and Peter Quill got saved by his friends and the others, and after when he got saved, he and all the other teams went in the ship. Nebula's in there, Mantis is in there, all the new characters in there and the old characters are there too. So I guess that's everything. Craig was there just trying to eating shit. So after when they get out, they decide to go to the core of the Ego of the Living Planet to kill the core, just so he wouldn't consume other planets to become a whole thing. Here's another thing. Here's another thing. Like in the Guardians of the Galaxy scene, I'm pretty sure oh crap. What am I gonna say? Just so you know, Mantis, she doesn't even know what she's doing. She's trying to take down Ego the Living Planet by using her powers to make him sleep. So she was like, and just so you know, my favorite part about Drax is not just like he's overpowering. He still has some character development. He said, you don't believe in yourself because you know why? I believe in you, Mantis. And Mantis was like, sleep. And just so you know, I love the part. I love the part where Drax does have hope for her. So that's really good. And I'm pretty sure that's really really good. I like that part. So another thing is like shit. Just so you know, after when the team comes together, Mantis got hit by a thing, by a by a metal, and he was like, and Jax was like, Mantis, look out! And he was like, I try, guys. And I really wish when I seen the trailer, it's just sweet. It was just weird. I just would have seen more deleted scenes from the sequel though. So I really wish that happened. They didn't put it in. When I see the trailers, there's some extra scenes. So yeah, whatever. So after when she got knocked out, Ego the planet is back on its track, and I want to skip a little things like long story short, Star-Lord decided. Long story short, or in the end of the battle, what Star-Lord and versus his dad, one of my favorite parts about the movie is that he created a Pac-Man. You heard me correctly, a Pac-Man. He tried to kill his father with a Pac-Man, which is really really hilarious. I love the Pac-Man. We all love Pac-Man. I love Pac-Man. So yeah, I love Pac-Man as a whole fucking video game, which I'm playing in this one last few weeks ago. So yeah, it was really good. After when they fight, he was like, and his father was like, if you kill me, you're just gonna be like them. And Peter was like, what's wrong with him? And after the bomb exploded where Groot and Rocket planned to put it there on his headshot, he dies. So yeah, after that minute came out, he dies, and Peter's just standing there, just quiet. And in the end of the movie, the thing that made me fucking pissed and that made me really cry in the end is actually Yondu has to sacrifice his life to save his adoptive son. Yes, because it shows you like Yondu is so charismatic. He really is. You gotta relate to the character. He's not just some kind of blood asshole who kills people and steals shit. He's so charismatic. He was like a father figure to Peter Quill. Teach him how to do things like shooting guns and trying to shoot an arrow or some shit. And when he got out of the planet, he was kept flying. His arrow broke. So yeah, just so you know, after when his jetpack has already been cut from the space field, he decided to give him that thingamajiggy that could save Peter Quill from the black space. After that, Yondu froze and he died. Oh man, why James Gunn? Why do you have to put such a good character died, man? In the next sequel, he would have been superior. That would have made 100 times better for Infinity War Part 1 and 2. Hell yeah, Infinity War is going to come out next year. And the next year after. After when Yondu dies, he was picked up by a Kraglin and the other crew. And just so you know, other Guardians team decided to create a funeral for Yondu, and Peter Quill made his last words like, even though he's being hard on me, at least he still cared for me. Even though he's just being a hard ass, but I still love him when he was there for me. And that is really one of my favorite parts about Peter Quill. He's not just always an asshole. He's still caring for others. Like that's really important. Like caring for one for another. That's what this theme is about. That's not just so you know. After the funeral, they put Yondu into a fiery place, and after when that happened, Kraglin decided to talk with Peter Quill, and he gave him that new music box. Ego the Living Planet just breaks it. He breaks it, breaks the speakers, music box, whatever that is. And he also gave him like this iPod thing, like Zune. I'm not sure what that is. It's like an iPod, a rip-off of iPod. But he was like, and just so you know, Kraglin is still also charismatic too. That's another thing. Just so you know, after when they talk to each other, Peter Quill gave him the arrow just to honor him, not just some kind of like a thing, but more like a friend. And he told him like, Rocket repaired it, and Yondu wants you to have it because it shows you like you're still there for him. And when he teared up, he was like, thanks. And after that happened, they're going on a funeral. They're going on a reservation. All the Ravagers came to a funeral because he's not just he never disappoints. Just so you know, in the end, he never disappointed the other Ravagers. It shows like he never gives up. Like Yondu never gives up. And the Sylvester Stallone, he's still, like the character who played as a Ravager, he still cares for him. I like his character. He's not always an asshole to Yondu all the time. He's actually still caring for him because he knows that he never disappoints on the Ravagers and his leader. And he was like this. And I love the part that they still show caring for Yondu. And oh man, wow, I like the character development for every character. And there's some fireworks on space, which I think is cool. And Kraglin, he was like, hell yeah, baby! Hell yeah! And just so you know, after the movie end, there's some 5 credit scenes. Yes, hell yeah! 5 end credit scenes. 5 fucking end credit scenes. What is gonna happen. And I am super excited. One of the 2 biggest things I've seen is actually, biggest spoiler here, Adam fucking Warlock. Yes, finally, James Gunn. Thank you for bringing Adam Warlock to the Guardians of the Galaxy universe. I believe who's gonna play that. And the bigger plot twist is actually Michael Rosenbaum, who played as Lex Luthor from the Smallville, which I think is a good show. Michael Rosenbaum might be playing as Adam Warlock. Wouldn't that be pretty cool if he plays as that character? Oh man, that would have made the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe as a fucking whole. You know that? And the second bigger plot twist, would you imagine if Stan Lee became the Mother Watcher? If he became the Watcher, that would have made it awesome. Awesome. You might have seen it from the other spoilers, but that would be pretty cool if he became the Watcher, because he's the king of the Marvel Universe. Wouldn't that be pretty awesome? You might have figured out why he's in other cameos, because he is the mother effing Watcher. Yes. Yes, thank you, James Gunn, for doing that plot twist, because I love that idea so much. Your ideas are amazing. I know that you show charismatic for comic books, so yeah. You're a great director. I hope you could make Guardians 3, or I hope you could make more spin-off cosmic Marvel movies. So, yeah. So yeah, those are the 2 bigger plot twists that I hope to see. By the way, I guess that's everything I'm gonna have to say. If there's anything I missed, please let me know in the comments below. If you want to get these shirts, go to hottopic.com or go to the store near you at the mall. There's some good stuff and there's some sales around it. You want to get the Star-Lord shirt, you want to get the Guardians of the Galaxy, get it now as soon as possible. I watched it on a Thursday night, which is the best night. So I guess that's everything I'm gonna have to say at the end of the movie. I hope you guys enjoy the movie. And what do I give this rating? For this movie, 8.5 out of 10. This movie, I really wish the jokes could have been just a little bit half and half, and the action more, and the character development more half and half. I want those either way. I want it to be a little bit better, you know. I know this is a long video, around like 40 minutes though, so yeah. It could have been a lot better, but hey, it's a really good movie. I highly recommend it. If you haven't seen the Guardians of the Galaxy before, watch the second one and watch the first one. Both movies are phenomenal. I think the first one is actually my favorite, but I don't know which one. Let me know in the comments below which one do you guys love the most. I might put the annotation on the card around here, maybe around here. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's my rating, that's my opinion, or what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Like, favorite, share, subscribe. But my guys might know what I mean, and from my other videos, and you guys can friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, see more videos and photos. And I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I hope you guys enjoy the movie as much. And oh gosh, I'm sorry guys, I'm just having a memory shakedown, because I'm just trying to think of what are some cool moments. There are a lot of cool moments. So I am, just so you know, just want to give you a little update for this weekend. Just so you know, this Saturday at 11 p.m. I'll be heading to to Action to Action City at Federal Way. I might put the link in the description down below if you guys want to meet me there. I'll be at Action City at Free Comic Book Day this Saturday at 10:45 a.m. and I'll be there at Free Comic Book Day to celebrate this for the comic book that we're gonna get. Free Comic Book Day, you get free comic books. You still have to buy some comic books over there, and there's some collectibles over there. Guys want to buy some cool collectibles and some books? I highly recommend it, in my opinion. So I'll be there this Saturday at May 6th. May 6th at 10:45 a.m. I'll be there. I'll meet you guys some other time, maybe or maybe not. And just so you know, I hope you guys enjoy the videos, and I might see you this weekend. I know I haven't made videos for the past 2 weeks. I might make some more this week or next week, depending on how much money I'm going to save. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you guys have any more questions, leave the comments down below. Tell me if you guys want me to do more stuff like this, and I hope you guys enjoy the videos. And peace, and I might watch the Wonder Woman movie next few weeks.